So welcome you all. Through this video lecture we will fastly recap about the cables, right? So insulated cables. So the types of the insulated cable will be considered as underground cables. The main thing is underground cables, and when you go for the cable must fulfill the following necessary requirements, and these are the characteristics of the cable you require. The conductor used in the cable should be tinned and stranded copper or aluminum of high conductivity. The high conductivity is a requirement one. Another is conductor side should be such that cable carries the desirable load current without overheating and also with a less voltage drop, right? And the cable must have a proper thickness of the cable should have a minimum amount of voltage drop within the permissible limit. Another important thing is cable must have the proper thickness of insulation in order to give high degree of safety and reliability. And another thing is cable must provide a suitable mechanical protection so that it withstand the rough used in the laying underground. And the material used in the manufacture of the cable should be such that there is a complete chemical and physical stability throughout the lifetime. So there should not be any moisture leakage, or there should not be any corrosion. All those things should not be happened, right? And construction of the cables, and hope you are all knowing about these constructions. Anyway, I will explain the important layers and its purpose, right? So initially there is a conductor. Over the conductor there will be a paper insulation. Over that there will be a lead sheath and bedding layer and armoring and serving. So right, so now we will see one by one what is the purpose of these insulations, right? And core of the conductors. This is the conductor which is made up of your either copper or aluminum or something, tinned copper or aluminum, right? The insulation, second is paper insulation. Each core conductor is provided with a suitable thickness of insulation. The main thing here you need to understand is the thickness of the layer upon the voltage to be withstand by the cable. The thickness of the layer depending upon the voltage to be withstand by the cable. Current rating kaga nama insulation design panna matom. Voltage layer kaga you need to design the insulation. That is very important. So as I told, the thickness of the insulation layer provided on the conductor in the cable depends upon the voltage. So that is very important. Another thing is, next thing is metallic sheath. In order to protect the cable from moisture, purpose of the sheath is to protect from the moisture, gases or other damaging liquids like alkalis and acids in the soil and atmosphere. A metallic sheath of lead or aluminum is provided over the insulation as shown in the figure. So next kuduthirukka and aluminum layer mari irukradhu to provide or protect the cable from the moisture, gas and other damaging liquids, right? This is the another important. The third layer, you can, first layer is insulation, second is sheath, and third is bedding. Bedding is nothing but over the metallic sheath is applied a layer of bedding which consists of a fibrous material like jute or hessian tape. The purpose of bedding to protect the metallic sheath against the corrosion. The metallic sheath mela oxidize ஆகாம இருக்கிறதுக்காக provide பண்றதா the jute layer, and which provides the which acts against the corrosion and from the mechanical injury. பெரிய mechanical injury direct metal sheetsல வரக்கூடாது. அதுக்காக provide பண்றது bedding. And the next layer is armoring. Over the bedding, armoring is provided which consists of one or two layers of galvanized steel wire. ஒரு tape மாதிரி ஒரு wire சுத்தி இருப்பாங்க பார்த்திருப்பீங்க. Galvanized steel wire or steel tape. Its purpose is to protect the cable from the mechanical injury. So already there is a small layer of jute இருக்கு. அதுக்கு மேல ஒரு மெட்டாலிக் லேயர் இருக்கு. அது வந்து to provide the mechanical safety. Armoring may not be done in case of some cables. இது வந்து ரொம்ப high voltage rating current, high voltage rating cables மட்டும்தான் this mechanical armoring இருக்கும். The last one is serving. In the mechanical layer mela again there is a fibrous material like jute or plastic material irukum, that will be considered as armoring. Adukku atmospheric condition avoid pandrak, right? So these are the layers in the cables, and these are the properties of the cables. Actually I already explained, high insulation resistance irukanum, high dielectric strength irukanum, high mechanical strength irukanum, and non-hygroscopic, that is it should not be absorb moisture from the air or soil irukkodadu, and non-inflammable irukanum, low cost irukanum, unaffected by acids irukanum. So these are all the requirements, right? Now we will discuss about the classification of cables. So the cables for underground service that we are discussing, and the type of insulating material used in the manufacturers. Adu eppadi classify pandromna, type of the insulating material, type of the voltage. So here you will see low tension cables up to 1000 volts, high tension cables up to 11,000 volts or 11 kV, super tension cables up to 33 kV, extra high tension cables up to 66 kV, extra super voltage cables beyond 133 kV. This is the classification of the cables based on the voltage, right? And cables may have one core depending upon the core type of the core classification, and a single core, 2 core, 3 core, 4 core type, right? So another thing is cable for 3-phase types of the cables for the 3-phase service. Belted cables irukkudu. So you just go through it. I will give the link. And screened cables, H type cables, and SI type cables, and pressure cables, oil filled cables, and gas pressure cables, and all those things. These are the classification. Another important thing we need to discuss here is dielectric stress in the cable, right? So under the operating condition, insulation of the cable is subjected to the electrostatic force. Under the operating condition, the insulation of the cable is subjected to the electrostatic force. This is known as dielectric stress. The dielectric stress at any point of the cable is in fact the potential gradient at that point. Consider a single core cable with the core diameter D and the internal sheath diameter capital D as provided in this picture. The electrical intensity, all those calculations you can do, and potential difference V between the conductor and sheath is nothing but this V, and RQ subject to the all those things. You just go to, and this one is important, G maximum potential gradient is this one, and ratio between the G maximum D minimum is D by D, right? And the variation of the stress in the dielectrics is shown in figure. It is clear that dielectric stress is maximum at the conductor surface, and its value goes on decreasing as we move away from the conductor. So chinna graph from the chandala in the graph clear. Here conductor potential, see here dielectric stress. The dielectric stress will be maximum at the outer surface of the conductor and goes on increasing at the end of the sheath. It will be minimum. So that is the understanding you need to get here. That is very important, right? And it may be noted that maximum stress is important considering in the design of the cable. For instance, if the cable is to operate such a voltage that maximum stress is 5 kilovolt per millimeter, then the insulation used must have the dielectric strength of at least 5 kilovolt per millimeter. Otherwise, the breakdown of the cable will become inevitable. With respect to the cables, another important thing is grading of cables. The process of achieving uniform electrostatic stress in the dielectric cables is known as grading of the cables. And the potential stress conductor பக்கத்துல maximum ஆகும், இது minimum ஆகும் இல்லாம அது uniform electrostatic stress மாத்துறதுக்கு we need to go for the process of called grading. That is very important. இது வந்து ரொம்ப important. So the terminology grading is nothing but the process of achieving uniform electrostatic stress in the dielectric of the cables is known as gradings, right? So in the grading there will be two types: capacitance grading, intersheath grading. Capacitance grading is nothing but the process of achieving uniformity in the dielectric stress by using the layers of the different dielectrics is known as the capacitance grading. இங்க high potential stress இருக்குன்னு சொல்றோம்ல, அப்ப இங்க high quality dielectric material and இங்க கொஞ்சம் கம்மியான dielectric material, இங்க கொஞ்சம் என்ன கம்மியான dielectric material in such a way that we need to provide, and there will be a G maximum variation will be like this, and you are making the G maximum as average one. So by that way you are minimizing the potential variation or dielectric stress variations. Intersheath grading அதே மாதிரி various materials you need to provide. ஒரே paper மட்டும் இல்லாம paper alternate materials provide பண்ணி you will provide a grading that will be known as intersheath gradings, right? So here we will see a few example problems related with the transmission and distribution bar, that is in the parameters of the transmission, that is RLC calculate பண்ணோம்லையா, அதுக்கு ரிலேட்டடாக பார்க்குறது. A single phase line has two parallel conductors 2 meters apart. That means two conductors of 2 meters apart. இது ரெண்டு கடையில் இருக்க distance வந்து 2 meters. The diameter of each conductor is, இந்த diameter வந்து இந்த 1.2 centimeter. Calculate the loop inductance per kilometer for the line. So this is the problem you need to understand. So diameter D inradhu that is spacing between the conductors is nothing but D is equivalent to 2 meter. If you convert into centimeter, it is 200 centimeter, right? And radius of the conductor R is equivalent to this D by 2, which is nothing but 0.6 centimeter. And now the loop inductance per meter length of the line formula is nothing but is equivalent to 10.-7 1 plus, which we derived in the very first few 3 classes, right? So log of base E D by R, which is in the form of Henry. So now this is the loop inductance per meter length, right? If you want to per kilometer, you multiply it by 1000, right? So this is what the one understanding you need to get in terms of inductance problems. So this problem is with respect to the inductance problems, right? Another example with respect to the same inductance is a 3-phase transmission line has its conductors at the corners of the equilateral triangle with the sides of 3 meters. That means conductors are arranged in such a way that equilateral triangle with the sides of 2 meters, 2 meter, and this is another 2 meter, and this is another 2 meter. The diameter of the conductor is, this conductor diameter is 1.63 centimeter. Now the inductance of the line per phase per kilometer, L per phase per kilometer, you need to find out. So what is the formula? L is equivalent to mu naught divided by pi ln of D by R. So this is the formula, Henry per meter. Henry per meter. So now as usual, your mu naught is nothing but 4 pi into 10 to the power of minus 7 divided by pi ln of the D is nothing but 2 meters divided by R is nothing but 0.85 something, that is this one divided by 2, 0.815. So when you calculate these things, that is nothing but this L value. So this is also with respect to the inductance of the transmission line.